What's up, YouTube? How are we today? Thank you for coming to my channel again. It's always a pleasure to see you guys here. Yes. So, are you asking yourself the same thing that everyone else is asking themselves? Is right now the time to buy? Yes. Is right now the time to buy? That is what we're going to go over today and why you should be buying right now. Yes. So my name's Diana with the Decker Group here at Keller Williams Beach Cities, and I'm always here every Wednesday. We post a new video, so make sure to drop in all the time. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification button. We want to make sure that we have you here all the time. Okay, so why should you be buying right now? Why should you be buying a home when the coronavirus is going on? Why should you be buying a home? I know. So we're gonna go over the top 5 reasons why you should be buying a home. Reason number 1 is low competition. Okay, if you are a brand new buyer and you haven't been in the market, let me tell you, it's been a tough market before these last 2 months. Yes, before these last 2 months, before the coronavirus started, it was a tough market for buyers because it was limited inventory and there was so much demand. So that means that one property was getting 10 to 20 offers, especially if it was in a good location, priced correctly, and it looked phenomenal. Yes, those properties were getting outbidded. So if you did not shop before the current market that we're in, you are not aware of that, but it was a tough market for buyers. You had to be able to compete very aggressively. And if you were not competing aggressively, you were getting outbidded. I had a lot of buyers that were not comfortable with outbidding aggressively, and they were getting outbidded. We were submitting 5 to 10 offers and they just kept on getting outbidded because that was the market that we were in. But we're in a different market now. Yeah, because everything that's going on right now, a lot of people, 90% of the people are on standby. They don't want to make a move right now because they are afraid of what's coming. We all know a recession is coming, okay? If you are not aware of this, let me tell you, a recession is coming, okay? And I hope that you are financially secure to weather the storm, okay? But right now, 90% of buyers and sellers are on standby, and that is exactly why you need to be in the market out looking for a home to buy, because there are still sellers that need or want to sell, and there's not a lot of buyers. So that means that when you find the property that you want, now you're not competing with 10 to 20 offers or 5 offers. Now you might be the only offer the seller has, or the one of the 2 that the seller has. So first reason why, low competition. Okay, low competition. And if you are a limited buyer, let's be realistic. If you are a limited buyer with limited options, right now is the time where you should be buying because there's very low competition. Reason number 2, okay? If you're not staying on top of the market, let me tell you, the market is changing a lot. Banks are also changing. A lot of major banks have already decided to get rid of their first-time buyer programs. Yes, some major banks now require you to give 20% down and have a credit score of 700. Now, I don't know about you, but I would say maybe more than 75% of the buyers in the marketplace do not qualify under those terms. Yes, more than 75%. So, reason number 2, low interest rates. Yes, The interest rates are still low. That means that you could still qualify for a good amount, because the interest rate is what determines what you qualify for. Not only that, but your payments are still going to be low. Remember, the higher the interest rate, the higher the monthly payment, because the interest rate is into your monthly. Okay, so if interest rates are very important to you, I would say go and start purchasing right now. Reason number 3, okay? Flexible terms. What do I mean by flexible terms? Okay? Well, because remember I said reason number 1 is low competition? Well, because there is low competition and there's sellers that need to sell, that means that a lot of buyers that need the help are able to negotiate terms. When before, if you were one of the 10 offers that the seller was receiving, the odds of them negotiating with you were like out the door. Yes, out the door. They weren't gonna negotiate with you. They're receiving 10 offers, and some of those 10 offers are like way better, and are not negotiating any terms. And by any terms, I mean repairs, inspections, closing costs. Yes, which some buyers rely on that heavily. So flexible terms, because there's very low demand in the marketplace right now, a lot of buyers are able to negotiate more flexible terms for themselves. But this does not mean that everyone is doing it, okay? A lot of just how the market changes, realtors are aware that the market is changing, so we're advising our clients to be flexible, okay? But that does not mean that the sellers are obligated. They are not obligated to be flexible. They're not obligated to, agree to giving you closing costs, or they're not obligated to agree to, do repairs or inspections. They're not obligated. It's all a negotiation, which leads to my 4th reason is stable market, okay? When I give a new buyer, or when I'm giving my current buyers, these reasons why they should be buying right now, one of the first question is, well, Diana, if we're going into a recession, why should I buy now? Why should I buy now? Why shouldn't I wait? Okay, let me go ahead and get rid of this statement, okay? First, you should buy when you are ready to buy. The perfect time to buy, listen to me, the perfect time to buy is when you are ready to buy, okay? Reason number 4, we are in a stable market. That means that you're not buying at the peak, okay? You're not buying at the peak. Right now, whatever price that you buy at will eventually be flushed out. And even if you were to buy right now, and let's say that the property prices drop, let's be realistic, because the market could drop. The market regulates itself, will always regulate itself. The market for centuries has been doing this, okay? So eventually, what you purchase for will flush itself out, and you will the value of your home will be higher than what you have purchased it for, okay? So we are in a stable market right now, so whatever price you purchase on will flush itself. It's a win-win for both you and the seller. Reason number 5 is flexible banks. Yes, flexible banks. Why is this important? This is important because if you don't have a 2 to 3 year history of income always increasing, or the same profession, or a very stable job, right now is a good time for you to buy, because banks are still being flexible. Some banks are still being flexible. Luckily, there's still first-time buyer programs. Some banks are still working first-time buyer programs, and there is still low interest, And, debt is also tolerable. Some banks are not hitting heavy on them, which some are. They are some programs that are changing that are requiring less debt to income. And if you don't know what debt to income is, it's in one of my other videos, and I'll be happy to put the link below so that you could go ahead and see that video as well. But there are some programs that are changing their debt to income ratio, which will really harm you when qualifying. So flexible banks, we're still having flexible banks, meaning you could still get a first-time buyer program, or you could get a lower down payment program, or your debt to income is not going to affect you that much, or you could still receive an interest rate. So all 5 reasons why you should be buying right now is one, which is one of the most important ones that I would recommend, is low competition. Number 2, low interest rates. Number 3, flexible terms. You're able to negotiate terms right now. Number 4, it's a stable market, guys. It's a stable market right now. And number 5 is flexible banks. Yes. Now, if you would like to receive a buyer's consultation and how we could guide you to be able to be a homeowner, go ahead and see my information below or call me to this number. I will be more than happy to help. My name's Diana with Keller Williams Beach Cities, and we're here to help. Have a great day.